Hello，大家好。咁咧今日咧就喺我隔離咧就係 Nick 啦，同埋心汪。咁我哋咧就尋晚咧就有個 idea 就話不如我哋訪問一啲即係我哋覺得好 impressive 嘅人，好有 passion 嘅人。咁所以咧我哋今日咧就嚟到呢度，我哋就想介紹 Nick 俾大家識啦。
好啊，咁都介紹下 Nick 嘅 background 啦。咁Nick 就佢自己好犀利喎，佢原來係一個 bodybuilder， 佢做健身嘅。咁而且佢又係一個作家啦，咁基本上佢啲暢銷書嘅作家啦，咁佢而家巡迴全世界啦。我普通話跟大家講，就是他基本上是一個健身的選手，然後再加上他是一個motivational speaker， 就是到全世界去演講，然後影響很多人。那我們有機會就在這個新加坡認識他，就是在一個 event 認識Nick。那很高興今天可以做一個 interview.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Nick. What they said. Yeah, so thank you so much taking our time. You know, I was sitting behind you yesterday, and it's really amazing how I see all your passion, all your energy, and I would love to, you know, take this opportunity that you can share some of your ideas and in terms of how you motivate younger generation. Yeah. So please feel free.
Yeah. So basically, I look at everything as like programming. To be honest, so I look at life like a video game, and every day, we wake up and we're in our avatar, we're in our body, and we have to do things that move our pillars forward, whether that's fitness or business or personal, whatever it may be. And so my whole life, even coming from my parents, because as parents, we're programming our kids' mindsets through our actions, through our words, through the way that we react to situations. Like that's how we get a lot of our programming. And so my parents, one of the biggest advantages they gave me was they treated me normal. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of families, whether that's in America or all over the world, there's a lot of parents that like coddle their kids or hold their kids back and don't put them in uncomfortable situations. And what that does is it sets them up for failure, because when they get into an uncomfortable situation, they don't know what to do, and they give up. And the reason why they give up is they don't exercise that muscle. Yep. And so, my parents helped me exercise the muscle of falling on my face and getting back up, and got beat up by my siblings. I got thrown into, sports. Like, they just treated me very normal. And my dad said to me, he said, if I adapted everything at home to you and I put little loops on the doorknobs and helped you open the drawers, one day you'd get out into the real world and you wouldn't know what to do, because I made everything easy for you. And so that was their lesson to me, was like, we didn't make anything easy for you because life's not easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the lesson behind that too, it is like, we all have a deck of cards. Life all deals as a deck of cards. Whether you think your deck of cards is great, whether you think your deck of cards is not so good, or whether you think it's amazing. Yeah. But it's our duty to play our deck of cards to the best of our ability. And so if I can be an example and show people like, wow, look at this guy, living a fulfilled, successful, abundant life with no legs and one arm, what is holding me back? And the one thing I've realized is like, it's not your physical body, it's your mindset, it's your programming. And the biggest disability you can have isn't a physical body, it's your mindset, it's your programming.
Right. So you're a bodybuilder, you're an author, you are now a motivational speaker, and you run your own business.
Yeah.
Can you share with us how you can make all these happen, and what is the motivation behind? And is it because of your parents or your peers, and how does it come together?
I think there's a couple factors, but one, there was so many limiting beliefs thrown at me, right? From the doctors, from like you name it, you can't do this, you can't do that, and my whole life I've chose to just use it as fuel, right? So basically it's like reframing energy. So like someone comes up to you and calls you a name, it's up to you on whether you react to it negatively or positively. And so I chose to use all that things as fuel. And also, I always had a vision. Like I always had vision for myself. So I'd see myself bodybuilding, or I'd see myself speaking, and like it didn't matter if anyone else didn't believe in my vision. I believed in my vision. And like it sounds so mainstream, but like no one else has to believe in you but you. Because the only person that's going to make your vision happen is you. And so, Tony talks about like, if the why is big enough, the how will reveal itself. If you have something that is just pulling you so much, you'll find the how, one, and two, you'll get up on the days where you don't want to get up. Because we all have days where we don't want to get up. I may look super positive all the time, but I'm a human. Like I have low days. And so with me, it was just one of my core values is being a student of the game. And so being a student of the game realizes that you can learn from every situation, every person, whether it's a janitor or a CEO, and being a student of the game requires you to drop your ego. And so a lot of the times, one of the biggest wealth traps for entrepreneurs is the know-it-all syndrome, where people are like, oh, I know it, or, I already know that. And, like they said today, the teenagers, the one thing they always say is, I know, but you don't know, And so dropping your ego, setting it aside, and realizing that you only know what you know, and you can learn from every situation. And so, but the last thing for me was realizing that confidence is a skill and it's not something that you just have. And so how we build confidence is we hold the relationship we have within ourselves. And so there's so many things in our lives that we have committed to and we didn't follow through, right? We all have it, we're all human. Every time that we commit and we don't follow through, we diminish ourselves. So we diminish our self-integrity, we diminish our work ethic, we diminish the relationship we have within ourselves. And what's the most important relationship we can have? Is the one within ourselves, right? Yeah. And so how we build confidence is we commit to things and we follow through, and then you feel great. You add that piece of armor to your avatar. So every time you commit, you follow through, you're gaining a sense of yourself, you're gaining more confidence, you're gaining more power. And then, things, challenges become easier because you have more confidence in your ability to obtain that vision.
Amazing.
Actually, I think definitely you have this experience. So a lot of people, like entrepreneurs, so whoever actually, they will see, oh, this is like bad news, this is like poor situation. So definitely you also face that, and sometimes you even more you have you do see some physical limitations. So how do you do the shift in your mind so that, hey, I think it differently? So how do you do that?
Yeah, I always tell people, if every single day I woke up and I was like, oh, I don't have legs and I'm missing an arm, I'd be a very miserable person, right? Because that's because we're focusing on the things we don't have. Yeah. And so, focusing on the negative, we were talking about that, doesn't serve you, it doesn't empower you. And so you can ask yourselves, what can I do today, or how can I evolve today so I can make myself a better person and those around me? Because the majority of the time, humans, we create our own problems. We don't have problems. In the grand scheme of the universe and the whole world, the things that you think are problems aren't problems, and so we create our own problems. And so, realizing that, focusing on the things that we can control, we get so upset and so flustered over things that we can't control. And sometimes it sucks so bad, but some things are just out of our reach and out of our touch. And so in the meantime, what we can do is better ourselves, obtain more skills, more things that we can go ahead and trickle into ourselves and our family and friends, so they can view that outside stuff differently.
Yeah. Right.
Because we just, the news or, whatever it may be, we can look at it and get so upset, but me getting upset doesn't change that at all.
Okay.
And so it's dude, you can live in that upset, that triad of being upset and whatever it may be, but that doesn't change the fact of the things that are going on. Right. So rather than focusing on the things you can't control, focus on your environment and try to shift the people around you and shift yourself.
Okay. Is there anything? Is there anything actually you would do, very specific? Okay, this is I don't know, physical, whatever.
Yeah.
Immediately you would do at that moment when you have negative thoughts or whatever. Usually, is there any one or two things that you do?
Yeah, so say you see something bad on the news and it starts to affect you, you can just ask yourself, right now in my life right now, what can I appreciate? That makes me feel a different way.
Okay.
Because our thoughts become emotions, right? You have a negative thought, your next emotion is going to be negative, right? You have a positive thought, your next emotion is going to be positive. And so, like Tony says, the emotions determine the quality of our life. Yeah. If something is affecting you in a negative way, cut it out. It's not serving you. Right. So first, cut it out, and then ask yourself, what can I appreciate about myself, or what do I love about myself, or what do I love about my living situation? Because there's always things that we can complain about.
Right.
There's always things that we can complain about, right? Even now, there's things we can find. I don't have legs, or I can't wear your shoes, I'm pissed off, right?
Yeah.
I can't play soccer, well, clearly. So focus on something that can make you feel good.
Yeah.
And that's the fact that we're on the water right now. We have a heart and it's beating, and we don't even realize it's beating, and we're alive, and we get to experience the human experience. We're conscious. There's so many things that we can do to make ourselves feel better. So in those times, cut out the negativity and ask yourself, right now, in my present moment, what are things that I can appreciate about myself, about others, and about my environment? Because there's always good things that you can appreciate.
So one last question.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? What's your next mission, or how are you going to achieve it?
Yeah, so my number one passion as a kid was always rap and singing. I love singing.
Rapping?
And so
Really?
so I've realized that I realized that I can only a certain amount of the percentage of the world goes to personal development seminars.
Okay.
But the one thing that moves the masses is music. And so
Awesome.
like 2 weeks ago, I released my first music video, and it was basically about suicide, bringing awareness to suicide, and the comparison theory. So basically, the suicide rates are skyrocketing with teens and everyone because of social media, and we compare our lows to everyone's highlights, which social media is a bunch of BS and it's everyone's highlight reels.
Yeah.
And so we're like, man, their life is great, their life looks like that, mine doesn't look like that, but it's all just a mirage. And so basically bringing my personal development and my invaluable perspective and putting it into a cool song, which then I can subconsciously program in a positive way the right things into kids, because kids aren't going to go, sorry Tony, but kids aren't going to go to Leadership Academy, but they're going to listen to music.
Amazing.
And so if they can see me, not only in my physical body, but making quality music and having a quality message and standing for something empowering and they can relate to, that'll move masses.
Very meaningful.
That's nice. Like, there's no limitation, so you can do whatever.
Why not?
Yeah, like you can be a bodybuilder, you can like read books and rap, or whatever.
And now become a rapper.
Yeah,
we are
rapper, singer.
looking forward,
Yeah.
you know, to hear a song and your first album, maybe
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
So, so 今日好開心有 Nick 同我哋做呢個分享呢個 interview 啦。咁我都希望大家咧可以抱着好似 Nick 咁樣咧，用一啲limited belief 有啲負面嘅嘢咧，去即刻可以扭轉變翻做正能量咯。咁
我
係咯
my biggest takeaway， so 我最大嘅學習都係即係其實有好多嘢我哋改變唔到，咁有啲咩係我哋可以 work on， 我哋可以做嘅，咁即係 really like appreciate 去諗有咩可以值得我哋自己身邊或者環境係值得欣賞嘅。
Yeah. So we look forward to have you in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Join us in
Anywhere in
Asia,
Asia,
anywhere.
yeah.
And spread your love and your passion to all our younger generation.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
謝謝你們。
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Nice one. I don't like